the whole plane was in free fall.
A scary situation in the sky, extreme turbulence tossing passengers. Exactly what it was like inside that cabin.
Now, ABC 7 News at 11, on your side.
A dropped cane, a flying shoe, after two people were hit by a car in a church parking lot. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kimberly Suiters. This accident happened at the River Road Unitarian Universalist Congregation in Bethesda. The good news tonight, we learned the two 86-year-olds are expected to survive. Q McCrae reports on what happened.
A dented hood, a smashed windshield, and a cane on the ground. This was the scene in the River Road Unitarian Universalist Congregation parking lot. Montgomery County Police worked the case. Churchgoers watched sadly.
The fact that something happened in our parking lot is just upsetting for us.
I felt really bad because they always said accident happened, it's not on purpose.
Investigators say it was around 4 o'clock when this white Lexus sedan slammed into an elderly couple walking to their car. The man and woman were rushed to the hospital. They're expected to live. An unfortunate incident on what was already a somber day.
And our minister emeritus' funeral was today. Okay, so this was a celebration of life for him.
According to the church's website, Reverend Dr. Bill Murray passed away on July 6th. He served the church for 16 years.
And it's just sad.
The service had just ended when the accident happened. The driver of the Lexus stayed on the scene and fully cooperated with police. In Bethesda, Q McCrae, ABC 7 News.
And this just in, the Pentagon has called off the search for 3 U.S. Marines missing off the Australian coast. They disappeared when their Osprey went down during a training mission. The team successfully rescued 23 sailors and Marines from the downed aircraft. The Osprey belonged to the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit based in Okinawa, Japan. It had taken off from the USS Bonhomme Richard, an amphibious assault ship. New at 11, incredible flames after a barn catches fire in Frederick. Take a look at that. Firefighters got that call before 8 tonight. They found the barn on Monroe Avenue engulfed. No injuries reported so far. No word yet on what started that massive fire. An unseasonably comfortable and warm day. Can this glorious weather last? We're going to get the look at the forecast with meteorologist Josh Knight now. Josh, you say tomorrow could be better?
I think it could, Kimberly, because if there was one takeaway from today, or kind of the downside, if you really get nitpicky, it was a little on the breezy side. Tomorrow we actually lose the breeze. So out there this evening, that's already started to happen. Quite a few people still enjoying out there close to the water at the National Harbor. And in general, we're looking at a nice, cool, but in some places a little on the chilly side kind of night. Let me show you what's going on as we do switch over. You'll notice that our big change has been the air mass that moved in after our cold front pushed through yesterday. That front brought us some thunderstorms, and now we are looking at clear skies. A few clouds that you see farther off to the west do push in for tomorrow, so we will have to give up some of our sunshine as we go throughout the afternoon. But in general, we really have a nice day on tap. Let me show you what it feels like right now, because this is kind of setting us up for your morning cool temperatures. 59 in Warrenton, 59 for Winchester, about 73 for DC. So of course, the farther you get outside of the district, that's when we do find those really cool numbers. But for all of us, starting off at least in the 60s tomorrow morning, up to about 75 by 10, and we'll top out in the low to mid 80s tomorrow. The good news again, lower humidity, and we're still going to look for that lighter breeze. Now, thunderstorms move back in on Monday. Some of them could be severe. We'll talk about what that means for getting back to work coming up here in just about 10 minutes.
Developing right now, the search for a cause tonight after a serious fire ripped through an Arlington high-rise apartment building. Flames were spotted shooting through the window of the 8th floor unit. Our Amy Aubert reports on what happened to people who were not allowed to go back home.
flames pouring from the top floor.
So I looked out the window and seen the smoke rolling around the corner because we're a little bit over to the right and below it. And that was about the time I knew we had to get out of there.
Larry Teal shot this cell phone footage.
We actually had to walk around the corner and down the hall.
As soon as he and his son got out of the building.
I was knocking on doors, letting everybody know, really need to get out.
Fire officials say they got the call around 11:20 on Saturday morning. It took about 20 minutes to get the flames under control.
Smells smoke or fire everywhere,
Officials say around 25 apartment units are displaced. On Saturday, those who call the building home setting up chairs, finding shade and chatting with neighbors, waiting it out until the doors open again.
This has been a long day today, and I just want to get in and rest up.
AHC Incorporated manages the Sereno apartment building. A spokesperson says 3 families are displaced, and they're hoping 2 of them will be back in by Sunday. They brought out food for those left sitting and waiting for answers.
They are giving away box of pizza over there. You can get water and stuff like that.
Fire officials say 1 person was taken to the hospital for minor injuries. The cause of this fire is still under investigation. Amy Aubert, ABC 7 News.
On the first full day of his nearly 3-week vacation, President Trump sent out several tweets and retweets. The president, who frequently criticized his predecessor for his time off, denied the 17-day stay at his New Jersey golf course is a vacation. At this time in his presidency, President Obama had spent 21 days away from the White House. President Trump has spent 41 days away, including 25 at his Mar-a-Lago resort. Saying it will have a big financial impact, the president praised a United Nations Security Council resolution that imposes new sanctions on North Korea. The resolution is in response to the country's repeated ballistic missile tests.
Today, the full Security Council has come together to put the North Korean dictator on notice. And this time, the Council has matched its words and actions.
That was U.S. Ambassador Nikki